Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a few new rumors brought to us in the form of new set descriptions for upcoming January 2026 Ninjago sets. More specifically for Dragons Rising Season 4. I do think these sound rather awesome. Of course, they were sent to me by a few viewers out there, so keep in mind, these are definitely not supposed to be treated as fact. I would say treat these very much as rumors, take them with a grain of salt as always. I think they sound kind of cool personally, but again, we can never fully 100% trust any of these early leaks slash rumors. Things are always subject to change. But starting with this set description right here for set number 71857, Ninja Vehicle Battle at the Treehouse. Kind of a long name. I doubt that's going to be the final name. Maybe they will streamline that name when the set eventually does come out. Then again, we do have some sets out there with really long names, so very well could be Ninja Vehicle Battle at the Treehouse. But the description says the following here: includes a medium-sized treehouse build with vehicle components stored around the house and hidden in the tree. Okay. Gimmick where you can connect the vehicle parts. All right. Main part of the treehouse has a workshop for Pixel and Zane. Minifigures included are Zane, Pixel, Aaron, Lloyd, a water monster, and a sand monster. Okay, so ton of stuff to talk about here. First of all, a treehouse. We haven't seen a treehouse since, I think, Season 1 of Ninjago. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And even then, that treehouse never got a proper set. It was going to, but the set was ultimately scrapped, so I would not mind seeing maybe some of those concepts return for this set. Then again, it does kind of sound like the treehouse will be playing, I guess, a lesser role to the vehicle component swapping gimmick thing here, which reminds me a lot of the Samurai X Cave Chaos set from 2016 that had a gimmick where you could combine vehicle parts to make various vehicles out there. Wasn't a big fan of that set, but I think that gimmick was kind of neat, honestly. So again, if this does end up being some type of like vehicle building treehouse thing where you can swap around parts to make different vehicles, that could be kind of cool. Of course, the set being centered around Pixel and Zane kind of makes sense there. Sora would have made sense too, since she's the technology master now, but I don't see her in this minifigure lineup. She could always be in here, again, subject to change of course, but as of right now, just given the rumors that we have, kind of sounds like this set is going to be a Pixel and Zane themed set, so, you know, there's that, I guess. A couple of monsters included here too. We've heard of both before. Water monsters, of course, that comes from another rumor slash leak out there. Same with the sand monster. The sand monster we've actually seen pictures of, I believe, unless, you know, the minifigure turns out to not be the sand monster, but I'm pretty sure we've seen the sand monster. Otherwise, yeah, you know, this set sounds like it could be fun. I do like the idea of, again, the vehicle part swapping gimmick thing. If this turns out to be legit, I would not be upset. But the second description here sounds a lot more cool in my opinion. Set number 71856, Jay's Transforming Car, includes a blue and gold race car that can transform into a jet. The nose of the jet flips down below the car when in car form. The wings flip around to the back to create a spoiler in car form. Minifigures are Jay, Dragon, Nia, Wildfire, and I guess a few unspecified monsters there. So again, the idea of a transforming car for Jay, I was very intrigued by that. I like the idea of it becoming a jet though. Going from car to jet, I think that's a lot more creative and a lot more, I guess, unique than going from, say, car to mech. We've seen a lot of vehicles transform into mechs before, and we've seen a lot of cars just transform in Ninjago just as they are, whether it be Cole's Tread Assault or the Ninja Subspeeder from Seabound. This, though, going from car to jet, sounds really cool, and I really hope this ends up being legit as well. Of course, we've seen J jets before, but we've seen J cars before, but having a set that's both, again, could be a lot of fun. Kind of sounds like the transformation here would make sense too, with the nose of the jet flipping down below the car. Very Transformers to an extent. I feel like that's happened before with characters like Blitzwing, for example. If you know who that is, shout out if you know Blitzwing. But yeah, I mean, it sounds awesome. I like the idea of, again, a car transforming into a jet instead of a mech. I think that's definitely more of a creative idea there. And in terms of minifigures, Jay, again, he's not called Rogue here, so do with that what you will. Could still be like evil, I have no memories, Jay, so I guess keep that in mind. But Dragon Nia, again, we've seen the Dragon Ninja before from other sets. We've seen Dragon Lloyd and Dragon Cole. Apparently Dragon Zane is going to be a part of this set wave too, so seems like the Dragon Ninja are very much going to be a thing here. But yeah, I like the idea of this description here. I like the sound of it. Hopefully it turns out to be legit. But of course, like I said earlier in the video, treat these both as rumors. They are rumors, not to be taken as fact, not to be, again, just ran with as fact. These are all rumors / early listings, so as always, take them with a grain of salt. And while we are here looking at the 2026 set list for Dragons Rising Season 4, we've heard about a lot of these sets in terms of, again, these early descriptions, but a lot of them we still don't know about fully. The Elemental Spinner battles we haven't really heard much about. We heard about Kai's Dragon Mech battle. We haven't heard about Cole's Mission Mech and the Dragon Zane. I still think that name sounds really dumb. We have heard about the Ryu battle set. We have heard about the transforming car. We've heard about the treehouse battle. We've heard a little bit about the Dragon of Life. That, of course, is the rumored Source Dragon set for this wave. Supposedly, it is the Source Dragon of Life. But yeah, we still have a lot to go here. And in terms of the other 2026 January sets, we've heard about some of these for the anniversary. Not all of them, though. We still have no idea what Old Town is, but I will probably do a video later on pretty much speculating about what that could be, or if we do end up getting another one of these set descriptions, I will be sure to update you guys. But like I said, for the millionth time, but I still cannot stress it enough, treat everything that you saw in this video as a rumor. Please do not run with any of it as fact. It is insane how much I say that, but people still don't listen. But leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Leave all of your thoughts down below surrounding the set descriptions that we talked about in today's video, and which of the upcoming sets are you hoping gets a description next? Again, even though these are all technically still rumors, it is fun to see, again, what could be for these upcoming sets. So leave all of your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.